In today's video, I am going to be breaking down 5 different reasons why you are not shooting better in basketball, even though you may be practicing shooting half an hour, or even 3 hours a day. Why is it that we are not improving? Well, let me get down to it. Okay, so one of the biggest reasons that I see when it comes to younger players who are trying to learn how to shoot a basketball better is they'll start super close, which is totally fine. I'm not dinging this, but if you're shooting close, guess what? You're only going to get better at shooting close in game. Now, of course, this is all great for warming up. I do this as well when I'm warming up. I want to be able to warm up, start close, and then get farther away. However, if we're just practicing shooting by essentially just spinning the ball to ourselves, walking up to it and taking our shot, or maybe running back to the half-court line, getting a partner to pass the ball out to you, running up, taking that shot, you're really only training that one aspect of the game. You're not training maybe what you're actually doing in game. So what I want you to do is to actually record yourself in game and see the type of shots that you're creating or your team is creating for you. Are you creating shots, or are you getting shots that has you moving from the corner up to the wing where you turn your body and then you shoot? Because that's a lot different than just running straight up towards the net, spinning the ball to yourself and shooting. What about this? Are you getting that ball past you, coming from the corner to the wing, and then are you doing a quick jab, dribble shot? Is that the case? Because if that's the case and you're not practicing that in practice, then you're not actually going to shoot better in game. You're going to be shooting basically the same. Now, I'm not saying to stop taking just stationary shots. What I'm saying is to use stationary shots to warm up and then start doing in-game movements. If you don't have a defender on you, you can visualize a defender and go through different dribbling drills or dribbling moves before you pull up for your shot. Or what's even better is you can put a pylon, or you can have maybe a friend come over and actually play defense. Now, point number 2 is very similar to point number 1. However, when it comes down to it, when you are working on your shot, and let's say you're coming up from maybe the wing to the point and you're receiving that ball, and when you turn, this is another big reason why players are missing their shots in game. And that is, they'll catch that ball, they'll pivot, they'll turn here, and they'll just kind of chuck up a shot because they want to try and rush their shot because they have a defender coming to them. There's no sense in rushing a shot. Nobody should ever rush a shot unless there's 1 second left on the shot clock or 1 second left on the game clock. What you should do is still turn around, pivot. If you find that the defender is coming too close to you, that he's in blocking range, you can turn, shot fake, 1 dribble to the side, and shot again. You don't want to rush your shots. You want to have the footwork down that you prefer. You don't want to turn into your shot and have your feet shooting like this. That's not going to work. So point number 2 and 3 is do not rush your shot and have the footwork that you're used to using when you're in practice, and a footwork that works for you. Now, the 4th reason is for the players who keep on changing their shooting form. One day they might want to shoot like Damian Lillard, and then the next day they want to shoot like Kobe Bryant or Steph Curry. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to find a shooting form that works for you. You shouldn't be copying other players. However, you can, even on my channel, find shooting forms of NBA players, but those are not for you to copy. Those are for you to be able to see what they're doing, so that if you're making maybe a mistake, or if you want to try and correct something, you can use maybe a tip or a tactic that those players are using, incorporate it into your shooting form, and it can make you better. But you shouldn't be changing your shooting form every single day or even every single month. You really shouldn't. So basically, whatever your natural shooting form is, that's how you should be really trying to shoot. So for example, the old school way of teaching a shot is to get your body squared up to the rim, get your elbow underneath that ball, and guess what? Not many players can actually shoot like that. And if you want to try and shoot at a higher percentage, you generally want to have your shoulder, elbow, and of course the ball all in line in a triangle. From there, you don't have to be straight towards the basket. If you cannot get this triangle straight towards the basket, you need to tilt your body away so that you can make that shot. And that is going to lead into point number 5, which is a tip and a hack that LeBron James, Steph Curry, James Harden, they all use this next tip. Now that tip is, if you are right-handed, if you dribble left, that makes your right side already in line with the basket. You can pull up for a shot much faster. And of course, if you're left-handed, same thing. If you go towards the right side, your left side is already in line with the basket. It's kind of a small little hack that you could incorporate into your game. And how you can do this is actually quite simple. So for example, get rid of this B for a second. If you are a right-handed and you're driving towards the right side, it's really hard for you to turn and take that shot. It'll sometimes take very, very long to be able to turn your body and take that shot. However, if you dribble towards the right, pull back towards your left, and take that shot, guess what? You've now done a snatch back. Hopefully your defender still goes in that direction. Meanwhile, you've moved back towards that left side, and your right side of your body is again in line with the basket. We see this with Steph Curry doing this a ton. We see this with James Harden a lot more, where he'll be quickly going towards his left side, and then he'll do a quick snatch back, and he'll do a pull from 3, and he's going to be able to hit that a lot of the times. So if you're looking to improve your shooting, this is how you would do it. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.